according to Israel's Channel 12, Tony Blair is going to head a team on voluntary evacuation from Gaza. So in other words, the plan that Israel said from day one that they have, we want to do voluntary relocation. You know, we want to move Gazans into a place that's more safe for them because we're so humanitarian. So maybe a tent city in the Sinai Desert in Egypt. Maybe they get sent to various countries around the world and you put 100,000 here and 200,000 there or whatever it may be. This is what Netanyahu has been saying from the very beginning. This is our plan. This is what we want to do. And the U.S. was pretending like that's not actually what they want to do. Because the U.S.'s idea was bring the Palestinian Authority into Gaza, have them run it. They push out Hamas. And, that would effectively be the end of it. That's what the U.S. wanted. Netanyahu and the Israeli government said, no way. Not a chance. Not in a million years. So instead, they're like, here's our official plan in great detail to ethnically cleanse Gaza. And now you have Tony Blair, who's going to head the team on voluntary evacuation. Okay, just so everybody understands, Tony Blair was the British Prime Minister during the Iraq War. He was Bush's lackey in the UK that would go along with whatever George W. Bush wanted. So this guy already oversaw some of the, worst crimes of the modern era. He was in the driver's seat along with George W. Bush every step of the way for the illegal and offensive war in Iraq. It's a country that didn't attack us. And so now he's, coming out of retirement here to aid in the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. So this is, again, look, I'll say it one more time. When there is no accountability, when there is no justice, when there are no consequences for your actions, this is what happens. Because Tony Blair should already be in prison. George W. Bush and Dick Cheney should already be in prison. They violated international law on a daily basis. They did war crimes on a daily basis. And now, there was no accountability, there was no justice, and so they're going to oversee the next great atrocity. Which, by the way, probably far surpasses even the Iraq War, as terrible as it was. So, that's where we're at, man. I would definitely implore U.S. media to wake up and start calling a spade and start discussing the facts. Stop with this absolute nonsense. This idea that it's only a hunt for Hamas that Israel's doing. That's all. And maybe they're a little rough around the edges, but they're trying their darndest. This is the narrative out of U.S. media. Oh, who knows what Israel's going to do day one after the war? Oh, let's have that conversation. What are they going to do day one after the war? They are telling you every single day, and you refuse to acknowledge it, because if you do acknowledge it, then you would have to call a spade and say, oh, they want to do ethnic cleansing. They want to purge Gaza of the Palestinians who live there and resettle it, which we're already starting to witness. And they're breaking out all the solid golden oldie war criminals to get the dirty job done.